Alright, we are live again folks, and we got Team the Resistance here in the runners-up rounds. And I'm gonna give the commentary to Flux and Admiral, who's gonna be the commentary team today. I'm gonna say best of luck boys, and let's see what will happen this round.
Thank you very much, Mars. Yes, but should go pretty well actually. This is one of the, I would say, one of the more neutral rivals to the previous team. And especially now they are rivals. This could be a pretty good matchup.
Oh, absolutely. And as you were saying, I think it's more of a passive resistance against their rivals rather than just they're here to beat everyone. They're more concentrated on the teams they're up against rather than overall, which is quite good if they want to concentrate on the more important sections. So they're going to play quite well today, I hope. Seems the map is Hellride. This is going to be very, very fun to watch. That's all I can assure you.
Oh yeah. Now, just a reminder for those who didn't see it from earlier. In the previous game, we had 3 Berserkers, 1 demo, 1 medic, and 1 support. Let's see how it changes compared to this one. Well, we have definitely got a different matchup straight away.
Yeah, look at that. We've obviously got the medic, sharpshooter, 2 demos though.
Oh no,
so that's
2 supports.
2 supports, not demos. But have you ever played Hellride? I'm sure you have.
I played it a few times. Basically, it was one of those official maps me and my guys never got really into. But when we do, we loved it. What about you?
Well, I've only played this map twice, I believe. I'm not really well suited to this map, so it's going to be a very new experience for me, as well as some of our viewers as well, I'm sure. But by looking around, I think there are some interesting positions they could go to, and I think the support is going to be a huge player in this, as most maps, but especially this one. I mean, it's open, and there's bits and bobs you're going. But there's also cover, in the main parts where the bridges connect, so they can easily cover themselves from husks, and they can easily get in line of sight on any coming flesh pounds or whatnot. So I think they can easily stand this point, but then again, it'd be interesting to watch and see what they do.
Yeah, this is going to be... Obviously, this is now their final game where they're going to go, so we may see some risk taking it. A lot of teams have been playing really safe. But also, now they have a lot of pressure on them because they know what the previous team had done. It's now coming down to they might want to try and edge a little bit more to try and beat the last team if they are slowing down in certain sections.
Absolutely, and here we go. The round has started and we're on wave 1. Interesting loadouts, we've got some here. Supports and commando, sharpshooter, but more survivor than the support, I think. No berserkers so far, I don't see. Well, they know where they're going straight away, so they familiarise themselves with the map, which is very interesting. Alright, well, they've got 2 or 3 guys at the front, well, we've got 2 at the back, and you've got the medic here supporting Luca here. So it's got a nice little setup, and they know what they're doing, so they're doing okay for ammunition, but of course the first wave will drain them off their 9mm. But,
I will say, this is definitely interesting. This is something, when this map first started, this was generally the only place people ever went. So we had patrol on the side where it goes down the slope, but you also have someone protecting where the doors are and the hallway. We'll probably expect to see the door welded, which is why I think they got the double support, so they can have the shotgun penetration range, with obviously the spread to get multiple targets,
of course,
and the double welding of the door for very late in the wave.
Well, an easy round, or an easy way for this team, of course. As you were saying, it'll be interesting after a few waves once they get against the Strakes from wave 6 to see if they move positions, but they could move early, and again, the risk taking, we'll see what they buy, or they could even skip the trader, but I've got a feeling that they're not going to.
Nah, I think the first wave is a definite you best not skip it unless you had versatile in Berserkers and maybe the medic, but usually sharpshooters, so you can get the single shot kills. You got the perks who don't need to actually spend anything for a couple of waves.
Right, yeah, we've got some hand cannon and an MK for the sharpshooter, as well as a shotgun for the support. So, and some more ammo and ammunition, but they haven't spent all their money conserving it. And no one's bought armor, which I wasn't expecting. Alright, this is where the husks start coming in, so I don't think it'll have too much of a problem on the front, but at the back there's a little bit of a range for them to get hit on. There's Markolo there, easily killing him.
Now, I definitely do like their positioning. The only one that I'd probably be a bit concerned about is the demo. Because where his positioning is basically focused on the main targets. That's the bit where they're going to be grouping up a lot and charging. But if you notice, they're coming up to the Berserker, which means he's coming closer to the demo.
Exactly.
If he has to dive back quickly and the demo doesn't realize too quick about he has to move back as well, that's going to be splash damage.
Absolutely. They've got to be very careful they don't damage themselves, because that can cost them quite a bit and could even be fatal, as we've seen before in the previous rounds. But that Berserker shouldn't get too cocky, because he might get overrun. He's handled himself well with that support he's got on his back. Be interesting to see what's happening behind them. Easily hanging on there. The Husks have a very, very good range here that they can hit them. As we saw, the Berserker got a hit once, and the medic had to go save him, which is what he's there for. So they're concentrating. That medic's going to be jumping around at the background to dodge the Husk, which is going to be very quite hysterical.
Yeah, I'm unsure if they're going to stay here throughout the whole lot. It can get very, what's the best way of putting it? It can get very hairy, I guess is the one way of putting it. Definitely not one of the best words to say. Don't judge me on that.
I think we all know what you're trying to say.
Yeah, it's, if you have the door break at wave 6, 7, and then you have a lot coming from the back end, and you know, it will get very hectic because they're fighting a double-sided, they're sandwiched basically, and if they move 1 inch or something away from a butt on the ceiling, there's a spawn there as well. If that starts to get procced and it starts kicking into some spawns, where are they going to run? They've got no exits. They can't all defend there because 2 of them are already at disadvantage.
With the HSG here, shotgun. Oh, it's got a claymore. Very interesting. He's gone for the damage rather than the speed. I would have thought he would have gone for the katana, but it seems that a lot of berserkers do go for that claymore rather than the katana.
Well, I must admit, in the situation they have 2 supports that can handle 1 each side. You got the sharpshooter, which is on the opposite side of the berserker, which can handle himself if he needs to. And you got the demo watching the berserker's back, so I guess you got that extra safety feature, I guess, with the team.
Yes.
To allow the extra risk.
That's something to fall back on, just in case it hits the fan. But as you were saying before about them being sandwiched, they've got 2 fronts to concentrate on, and they don't want the medics to be used overtime, because if that medic is constantly on overtime, then they will start to take losses on health, and they will have to resort to their grenades and a lot of ammunition.
That is actually something we did see in the previous game, was the medic had to use both guns, some grenades, and it wasn't just on 2 players, it was literally all 6 of them. So while his 5 members were being damaged, he also was going down to half health due to the odd siren. So he had to heal himself and the others at the same time. they had great communication, which made it so much better for them in the long run. So they could add to the extra, the extra speed, the extra risk, and everything else in between.
Oh,
This
absolutely.
team, however, with the positions, it's more than just a risk. It can almost kill the team if you can't control both sides.
Yes, exactly. Absolutely agree with you on that one. They don't want to be working themselves too hard. And again, as you said, they are sandwiched. And as soon as they fall and the front or the back goes, it's going to be very, very bad for them. And I just saw here the sharpshooter just got team damaged here by a grenade. Which was,
Yeah.
not very good. They're going to concentrate on what they're doing.
Ooh, Berserker Gun had 14 health.
Oh, look at that. Yeah. Oh, he's still getting stuck in there. I wouldn't want him to get it too cocky. Be careful of that husk as well.
This is probably where the Berserkers should be testing how much he can take. Obviously, that should answer this question straight away. You cannot go forward too much, especially with the side spawn and the spawn above.
Oh, that's very true. I think I've got an idea how much he can take. He shouldn't, if he's overwhelmed, especially when the husk is shooting him like that, he's got to be really careful. And
Oh, and the siren going in between.
absolutely, that wasn't good for him there.
Now, if they saw from the if they did actually watch the previous game, they should know that the previous team had a lot of problems with sirens and husks. They were in a different room. They were just around the corner from here, but the same concept works here. You're in a narrow area. You have a corner where the sirens and husks can just suddenly just pop out of the blue. You should be expecting the range distance of when they scream and reaction time as well. Like, just there we just saw the siren came around the corner and instantly hit 3 people with the scream.
There he goes. Yes. Well, it's all about that reserving of their firepower and being careful, because it looks like they skipped the trader as well, but as I was saying, they've got to be careful. Just, it's all very risky. They're not doing too bad for ammunition, though the demo, it seems, is coming up to half, and he is using that grenade launcher a lot. In fact, he's nearly out of ammunition, which isn't good at all. So he's got to be careful to keep firing that and use it only in important or life-risking positions.
Well, I must back him for a little bit here. He actually still has more ammo than both supports put together. Total ammo. Not just single weapon, just total ammo in general. He also is matching roughly the same as the sharpshooter. So he does seem like he's spamming, but it seems like he's making it worthwhile.
Yeah, you could say that he's firing on hard-boiled calculations, which I agree on that one. Yeah, I think I was being a bit too rough there with him. But a very, very important point on the front there. As you can see, there's 2 lanes which the Zeds come from, and when those straights come, if they come on the left-hand side, they're not going to have a lot of warning that there's a straight there at all. And by when it gets to wave 6 and 7, the Berserker will definitely not be running down there like that. He will be near to the middle at the top. It'll be too dangerous for him. And the risk of team killing will be very, very high. But that'll be interesting when that comes up. Oh, looks like MRZ is going to be hit there by Cloaked.
Ooh, so we have got a bit of I do believe, that Medic is actually holding an M79. That explains why we've been seeing a lot of shots from the demo. He had a full M79 hidden from us. The one thing I'm not too sure if you've noticed, actually, is one of the supports with the Berserker in the demo, he's actually using the hunting shotgun.
Oh, of course, isn't he?
Now, this is something I don't think we've ever seen in any of the games in this tournament. All supports tend to have sold it on the first wave. It seems like Hunter seems to be trying to abuse that double barrel shot down the hallway.
Well, if you look at his location, that's a perfect weapon to do it. And when he does get rid of it, he's going to get his money. He's going to get most of his money back, and he already has 1,000. So I see where he's I see where he's coming from. So yeah, I didn't notice that. It's very interesting, isn't it?
It's different because I did expect a HSG in general. Better accuracy, you know, better control of the ammo, and obviously the reload itself. I guess the greatest advantage of it is maybe with damage, if the bullets are lucky enough to hit majority in the center. But the spread is enough to fill the whole of the hallway. Not just the center, just the whole lot.
1A12, which is, I thought about time they should get.
We have got a buzzsaw, AA12, like you said. Another medic. Oh, actually, the M7A3 medic gun.
Yes, I noticed that as well. He bought that.
I'm not too sure if that's a good choice, especially he's not really killing. 4 kills and 16 assists. That's not really explaining why he would buy it. Maybe just using it there just in case for the later levels. Guess we'll have to see.
Well, I must say, looking at the time on wave 5 at the start, at 11 minutes, near come to 12, they're not doing too bad, but I think time isn't really on their mind. Well, I think it is on their mind now, but later on, I think surviving, especially when those streaks come, and their location is not the best. And as we see here, Strake's now coming up in the middle, and look how close he is, and he's getting hit pretty badly as well. Oof.
Now, this is actually going to be one problem they're going to have. Not too sure if we saw it in the last game, but basically every now and then the Berserkers will stun the Scrapes, but the demo accidentally shot their explosives onto the stun Scrapes, which actually unstunned them. It caused a few extra, what's the word? It did a lot of damage in terms of the team itself, compared to the output it was supposed to be doing. It may actually occur again in this map just due to how tight the hallway is. We definitely have to keep an eye on that just in case.
Yes, and as we can see here, the Berserker is getting a bit full of himself and he's getting hurt pretty badly as well. Oh, he's coming up to half of his HP. Oh, look at him, he's getting hit there. That medic there firing away, keeping him alive while he's getting hit. Tell you what though, I think they're still testing whether he can hold it, but I think it's a bit late for that still. And he's got to be really careful, and especially not getting hit. And as we saw there, that grenade launch just nearly hurt him there. Oh.
I actually think you're right there. They do seem to be testing him a bit. Wave 5 is usually the latest you should be doing it.
Yes.
That's only if the Scrape spawn, which at the moment we have had, I think, one or two?
One, yeah, one at the moment, I believe.
One,
okay.
So they haven't really been able to test it to their full potential, I guess you could say. But he is taking a lot of unnecessary damage.
Yes.
The one thing I have noticed is the difference between the medics from this one and the last one. This one is focused on, I guess you could say, 2 people. So the demo and the support, maybe the damage combined with 1 person, and obviously the Berserker himself.
Oof, yes, absolutely. And he's just going forward and then right, forward and right. But just seeing there, the Berserker taking more unnecessary damage, which he's got to be careful, which doesn't get too full of himself. And I think that's not partly them due to, you know, seeing how much he can take. I think some of it's there, but you've got to be careful. Look at them. Look at them 32 grenade launcher now. I was expecting that to come around this way, so that's good.
A little confused on why there's a HSG on the floor in the trader.
Yes, I noticed that as well. What are they doing?
It did seem like they tried to get someone to pick it up. I know the Berserker did try. I think there was a little bit of confusion there.
Yeah, they could have sold that though. Oh no, there it goes, disappeared. And already we've got a straight coming up to the front, so they're going to get ready for that.
I do believe that was roughly 550 that they could have sold that for at their level. Which would have made a huge difference to certain members of the team.
Yes, and there's a straight just behind the husk. Oh. Oh,
going in for the stun, missing it. Oh no, he's got it.
Just got it. Oh. Oh, there goes more of his armor, and he's getting hurt. There goes half his armor, and there goes all of his health.
That exactly was the example I was expecting to see from...
Oh!
Oh, and we got
Look
the
at that.
top spawn.
The top spawn, the medic's being hit really badly. Look at his health. His armor. Oh! I don't think he was expecting that at all. The Berserker's armor as well is on just coming to a quarter left. That's not good. Especially on the first part of the wave.
Now that is something I expected on the later waves only when it got hectic. I never expected it to happen so quick after that small mistake. I mean, nothing came in for them to move. That should never have happened.
Alright, we've got two straights coming down at the back of them. One on the bridge and one on the left-hand side. I don't think they noticed. No, they haven't. Oh, this is getting really close. Here he comes down the corner.
KFG should be able to get a good snipe. There we go.
There we go. Finished him up.
And a good hunting shotgun double barrel shot there to finish him off. Berserker getting a little bit close.
He is, isn't he?
He'll be backing off a bit, which is a good decision there.
Ooh, he's taking that hit there from that crawler. Here comes another straight.
Another scrake.
Oh, he's stuck on those Zeds.
But there is a siren behind him.
Oh, there
goes the siren. Our shot does actually damage the medic slightly. Nothing really to be worried about though.
He's on the back line, isn't he?
Yeah. That's the only downside, I think, to the position on this bit. That someone has to be where the medic is to stop that spawn from occurring. So, yes. Maybe that's what happened last time. Maybe the husk pushed the medic away for the spawn to occur.
That was very interesting, wasn't it? Yeah, the streaks on the back as well, just getting knocked down on the bridge, which is going to be expected because there's so much range and they can see all the way down there. There's no problem at all. It's more on the corners especially. That's going to be a big problem for them. Oh,
so,
screamers.
For the current loadout, would you have changed anything in between? Or any specific perks you would have changed?
Oh, I think I would have changed probably... that's... Ooh, I don't know, I'm baffling myself here. I wouldn't know what to change. For the location around, it seems to be doing okay, but personally, I wouldn't have gone for the sharpshooter.
No?
No, because he's got the damage, but you usually use the range for the sharpshooter, and you can't use him to his full extent, can you, where they are? So, it's nice to have that stunning ability though, but the Berserker does it quite nicely himself. And I think I would have changed out the sharpshooter for another Berserker. But then again, that's a big risk, and I like taking risks. Seems like they skipped the trader this round.
Well, the question would be, so if you didn't have the sharpshooter, obviously if you went for the Berserker instead, would you still have them in the positions they are in this room?
Yes. Yes.
So basically it'll be a Berserker on each side and a support on each side.
Yes, and I would have the third player who's near, well, yeah, at the front, sort of switching in between, so he'll be used a lot. Oh, we've got a flesh pound coming in on the back. There's a straight there.
With a scrape as well.
Pound's angry. Oh, he's coming in. Oh, that was very close indeed.
Now, also notice the demo's health. He went straight down to about 45, maybe 40. That's yeah, 45. That's the very thing I expected from when something gets in the room. He is very limited on what he can do. He used the M32 there. I think he used about 3-4 shots. If he carried on with them other two, he probably could have gone down to around about the 16 health.
Oh, that's
He's getting a bit much, to be honest.
Yes, absolutely. That was extinguished there. That was very exciting.
And what we must remember is, this is Wave 7, this is the introduction to the Flesh Pounds. This one should be testing their weaknesses and their strength. We've already seen one of their major weaknesses already. And they fix it in time for Wave 10 maybe, where they're going to have 2.
Well, yes. I mean, the Flesh Pound came from all the way across the bridge.
Another Flesh Pound.
Oh, yep, there it is. Oh, he's angry. Oh. Get another close call there. Goodness me.
Now that one was a lot more controlled. The demo placed the grenades as well as how many shots, but we do have the support taking a lot of damage. Scrape going straight in for the sharpshooter. Medic having to be moved, but he's very limited on his movement due to the spawn above.
Absolutely.
Do you think they'll move, or do you think they're going to risk keeping this up?
I think they're going to risk it. Because
yeah, this is getting really tough at the moment.
It is getting tough for them, and I personally would move right now. Well, actually, I'll wait until wave 8, and if it's too much, I'll move. Because the flesh pound came up behind them, and it wasn't too much of a problem. Yet, they did it quite well, but at the front, I mean, it was close. They did do it, but it was quite close. And if there's 2 flesh pounds, or flesh pound and a straight coming at them, it's going to be very, very close, I'll tell you now.
Oh, yeah. And we were saying about how the sharpshooter and the support was in full control. But clearly, you know, with they had a flesh pound and a scrake. That completely wiped what we said. They literally lost control. The support went to around about 35 health. He had to run. So it was all down to the sharpshooter, and the other support had to jump in.
Yeah.
So what's going to happen when something happens on the other side at the same time? Can they handle it?
Oh, the last 2 Zeds, one's a straight, kind of playing around with him, I think, playing for time, but I don't know what they're trying to do exactly. I really feel it. No, I don't think they're going to stay here. Yeah, they're just here for the trader.
Basically, from experience, this room is a death trap. You have very little control. Yes, you can weld the door, but you've got the spawn above, you've got the downstairs, and the hallway. Yeah,
there's 4 entrances, and that's not good at all. At least where they are.
But it's too tight.
3.
That's the biggest problem. It's too tight. Like where they have a place, they can actually, you know, they can take a hit from a scrake or something, but they can walk aside it and keep running.
Boomstick time.
I'll have to agree on you on that one. I think it's just me with my inexperience for this map. But yeah, I'm thinking about now that is quite dangerous. It looks like they've got a pipe bomb here at the front, which is very interesting. That's a good call, I would say.
Oh, they had 2, and here comes a flesh pound, same spot.
Oh, he's angry. Yeah, and they got him.
Nicely controlled.
Absolutely.
Both barrels are
We've got a straight coming on the front at the left-hand side. So that Berserker's a bit too close. Oh, is he going to get him? Yeah, he's got that controlled pretty nicely. Oh, he's taking a bit of health damage from those screamers. But again, he's backed up by that medic, so not a problem at all. Well handled.
The one thing I am actually glad to see in this current loadout is everyone actually has armor. In the previous one, they delayed the armor a little too much, especially with the amount of cash that was flowing through the team. So they definitely had the amount. It's just, I believe they should have done it for a much safer wave at least.
Yeah, they had the money to do it, I think, but hey, they took a risk, and it proved near, well, I would say near fatal in a sense.
Oh,
but they did well, I think, with handling that position, and with the lack of armor, I think they still did well. But his streak never controlled him nicely and took him down. And there's another one coming on the pines, and again, he's controlled nicely and taken down. Still waiting for that triple flesh pound after all these days and weeks.
Well, we must be quite lucky because we did have the quadra, which is something we have not seen in all 5 tournaments.
That's
I believe
true,
it's
yes.
5 now. So that alone was a nice, good show. But I don't think we've actually had a triple yet.
They just don't like that number 3, do they?
The one thing I have noticed in terms of...
oh, flesh pound. Oh, he's right in there. Are they going to get him?
Oh, he's way too close.
That was a bit close for comfort, though.
He was just out of range by the looks of it. If not, he just scraped his armor. But nicely planned. They did back off. No one took any major damage.
That's true. They kept shooting instead of just running away, which is something a few teams tend to not do, as they tend to panic and leg it, which I would do.
Oh yeah, we see that way too much, to be honest.
Go for myself. I won't take one for the team. Nah, teams here are fantastic. And again, a straight coming here. Is he going to control these guys? Yeah, there he goes. Stuns. Knocked down.
Now, I must admit, from what we were saying earlier about the Berserker loadout, I think he may have actually done a better choice with his weaponry to what we expected.
Oh, without
He's got-
a doubt.
Yeah, I mean, we got the Claymore, which seems to be going up to what I was saying. It does work. Yes, the Katana may have been better to keep his health up a bit faster. But he also does have the Buzzsaw. I think that's the major bit. He can take out Sirens. He can use the penetration to his advantage to get the odd little ones. And he can stun the Scrake at a safety space, I guess you could say that.
Yes. Well, just past the 25-minute marker, and we're on wave, coming up to wave 9 now, aren't we? Yeah. It's going to be a very interesting last 2 waves, I think, rather than the wave 6, which was quite an entertaining one, I must say. Horrible as it may seem to this team, but no. They've done really well, I think, and the Berserker did surprise me there. I think he took a bit of... I think they were testing him. When we thought he was taking unnecessary damage, I think that was them testing. I can't tell, but yeah. Well
Yeah,
played.
it is one of those hard moments to know if it's a test or could even be cockiness. Maybe even nerves
Yeah,
and not realise
exactly.
how distant you are.
Another pipe bomb on the floor. We've got a flesh pan coming up behind on the left, so not much time to react. Oh, there he is.
Oops, still not rage. A couple of grenades from the support though.
I think they went too far behind. Oh, but they got
Very
those
nicely
ones in.
played. The Gorfast does go in though.
Oh, here comes a strake. Nice shot there. To another strake behind.
Oh, Demo did hit him.
Oh, that Berserker's getting a bit too much on these hands there.
And there is a Scrake on the other end as well.
Oh,
This is getting a bit too close.
this is getting so. Look at that strake right in the middle. His arm has gone there by Lucas.
Looks like he's got around about a couple of % armor left.
The Berserker's armor is near non-existent now. Oh, goodness me, and it's only the start of the wave.
So it does seem like they let Wave 8 get a little bit too ahead of them. Wave 8 is known to be like the relaxed wave between 7 and 10. Unsure why, it does seem like it might be just the way the waves work. But they definitely let themselves get sandwiched there, and it shows if you have an attack on both sides, they can't really handle it effectively.
That's true, I must say, and we have seen that Wave 9 and even Wave 8 have, well, been a relaxing time, but it seems it's changed a bit now. I think they got ahead of themselves a little bit there, but oh, that was a close one.
The best way to sum it up in total is if we look at the armors across the team. This is a brand new wave that's probably been around for the last 40 seconds. But we do have another flesh pound.
Yep, he's oh.
Very well handled.
Yeah, I don't think they're risking that, but Husk's there, taking a lot of shots there.
But I was saying, you know, if you look at the armors, Berserker's lost his, one of the supporters has lost his, the other one's got about 30%, and, well, half armor maximum across 2 people.
Yeah, if you can see here on the, sorry to say, but on the back here, Lucas and that, they're getting really, there's too much for them to handle just there. They were getting overrun nearly. There's a call for some help from the medic.
Sharpshooter going on to the Berserker side, they're doing a quick spot. Demo and, oh, Sharpshooter's gone back again. Seems like the Demo is now getting a bit mobile. He is swapping between the sides. Siren actually doing a lot of damage on the back end.
Yeah, look at that.
Medic seems to be really... He has to pay a lot of attention now to who is being damaged because it seems to be specific people at times and not everyone at once.
Berserker there. All his armor's gone. He's taken a lot of damage there. Oh, double shot by the Husk just missed him by an inch. Oh, scraped some hair there, just there.
Oh, Scrape getting a lot of damage on the
Goodness me, look
Berserker
at that.
after he missed that stun. The one thing I have noticed between these two games, every single time a Siren or a Fleshbang comes along for a nice attack, there's always a Siren in the background.
Oh, there's always a siren, just to scream and say hello, and I'm here.
You seem to have 2 left. Oh, one left, just the siren right next to the berserker.
Cool, I think he's already had enough for this job. I think he wants to have a vacation.
So I do believe we're now going on to wave 10.
That is it, yes.
This is, I think everyone's probably going to agree, this is their moment.
This
You know,
is their
the
moment.
part they have to show if they can hold this now.
Their moment of glory in a blaze of fire.
So what I'm expecting straight away is, straight away we've got a couple of fire bombs placed. 2 at the door and 2 just around the corner to it.
Yeah, that's a good call.
It's definitely going to be needed. I mean, if they come from that side, the flesh pounds will be controlled. It's the other side though. We're not too sure how that's going to end up. Oh, there goes one.
Oh, straight coming on the left.
That's all 4 fire bombs, and we've still got a Scrag and 1 flesh pound coming.
Flesh Pound already raged. He's coming in. Oh, yeah, look at that.
Straight in the face.
Dawn is also straight, giving him a bit of a stab in there as well. Already the armor's on half, nearly half the team's armor is on half. That's not good.
The worst part about that is the demo had to spam a little bit, which
Yeah.
has resulted in almost half health and less than half armor. That's within 30 seconds of a wave's dying. If that happens with a double flesh pounds, that could be a potential, suicide.
It'll be fatal, and they're going to lose a player in that way. I agree 100%.
The other problem is, if they lose that demo, can they hold the side where the berserker is?
All the berserker taking hits there. All his armor's gone now.
3 huss there. Oh no, they were stunned, so it was alright.
Comes another streak. Yeah, they've dealt with him quite nicely. A lot of streaks now coming towards them. This is an interesting change.
They do have once again a siren. See if she can get some damage going across. Oh yeah, definitely on the berserker mostly. Notice that one of the supports are now using the AA-12 a bit.
Yeah.
He also does have an AA-12 and a hunting shotgun, so that just shows how much of a threat he feels of the big dead. So Scrake and Flesh Pound.
Oh, look at that double flesh pound. Oh,
Very
they handled
nicely
that quite
handled.
nicely.
Now it does seem like if it comes from the berserker side, they're generally in control. If it comes from the opposite side though, that's where the complications start.
That's the killer, absolutely.
Oh, berserker going down to almost half health there.
There's a strake as well. Yep. Nice one there by the berserker. Oh, another strake. Yep, again, stunning him quite nicely as well. That lot of
110
strikes.
left. 32 minutes now being hit. Lots of cash spread across the team. I will take back what I said about the medic though, he definitely is playing a part now. Definitely needed. Could you do a prediction on time right now?
Oh yes, do you know what? I'm gonna go for it. 37 minutes. 37 minutes. Yeah.
37, yeah?
37 minutes. Yeah. Let's go.
So what
for it.
about all you viewers? Come on, this is getting very close compared to the last game. Do you think they can beat them? Do you think they're going to match the time? Or do you think it's going to be
It's gonna be close.
a couple of extra difference?
I think there'll be a minute or two. I don't know. Do you know what? It's going to be close. I can't tell if they're going to rush and kill the Patriarch or they're going to damage him enough, but he's going to get away before they can finish him off. They do have the firepower nonetheless, though, with the hunting shot strike and the AA-12, as we've seen already. So it's always a gamble.
Oh yeah. If they play it out right, I think this is going to be extremely close. And when I say extremely close, it could be the same minute as the past two, which I believe was 36, 37.
Yeah.
Got a quick pause going on right now.
Indeed. Well, I must say, the wave is now coming to a very, very close end. 4 Zeds left. And while I'll let them sort themselves out, I think we should just do a bit of an evaluation of what they've done in these 10 waves. Because what a game, I must say, at the moment. And I can't wait for the Patriarch to come.
You definitely see that two teams that had great potential, trying out completely different tactics, and it has been a different pace in both games. This one seems slower, but it's more casual. There's not so much in the early game, but they sped up a lot in the later games.
Absolutely.
Oh wow!
Look at
Now
that.
that was almost a potential death there.
That was absolutely. I think it was on aim there, but I can't blame him.
They've now done it 33.5 minutes. This would be the last push. A lot of weapons being sold here.
Look at that. They're getting rid of a lot of stuff, and they're going to go for the big booming guns, I must say.
Hunter, though, being one of the supports, he's gone all the way around. He still has not even got to the trader yet. This is actually going to be a time killer for the team.
Yes.
The question will be is, how are they going to play this through? Are they going to do what the last team did and try and hold out in a small room and try and combat the Patriarch, or are they going to go to a very specific area?
I think they're going to keep in the middle where the bridge is. I think they should, to be honest with you, because if they don't, they need the space, but there's plenty of cover as well, and they can jump around a bit, and they can just slam that Patriarch back into the ground it came from. Tell you what, though, this would be very fun, and here we are.
Now, the bit I noticed while they were doing that wave, they were very confused on where to go, what to do, who to position. Oh.
There's a
But we do see a law.
Oh, there goes the Berserker there. Getting hit pretty badly.
And they hold in position, though. Seem to be doing well.
Yeah, dodging him pretty nicely, actually. He's so close up. Patriarch's nearly dead, though. Oh, where has he gone? He's running off.
Oh, but have they let him go?
God.
That must have been so close.
Yeah, that was extremely close.
So if we look across, we've still got 5 people with armor. Now that is a high advantage for the team right now.
Indeed.
We do have the Patriarch coming through the bridge.
Yep. The Berserker's on his own.
None of them have no idea he's there.
They have that pipe bomb on that floor, though, so they can... Oh. This is it. This is it. This is going to kill him. Yep. Flashing him, and there we go.
And there we go.
Markello hitting him with the last strike. A well-deserved one as well. Fantastic.
34 minutes and I believe 55 seconds.
35 minutes, 44 seconds.
35, 44.
What a game. Absolutely fantastic.
Definitely well played to the team. Definitely pulled off. Nice to see different tactics, even though the previous games have been seen. But, you know, we got our 3rd and 4th slots. Congratulations to both teams.
Absolutely. Well played as well. Some very daunting moments there, but I must say they did absolutely fantastic. And hats off to them, I must say. Hats off to them.
Oh, definitely.
I must say that was well played, folks, for that team. And with that being said, we're gonna cut down the stream back later with the grand finals. It's gonna happen at 8 PM Central Europe time. And the last 2 matches gonna decide who's gonna be the winner. And I'm gonna say we're gonna see you shortly, and we're gonna see you at 8 PM.